the national leader for the federal movement of the Republic of the Philippines, the Honorable Mayor Rodrigo Roa Duterte, supported by the city officials of the city of Valencia, Bukidnon, led by Honorable City Mayor Azucena P. Huervas. Rodrigo Roa Duterte. To introduce our guest speaker. Let us all welcome Honorable Attorney Alberto R. Lagamon.
Our guest speaker does not need broad introduction. His reputation precedes himself, so to speak. And after all, he is a man of many names. Clint Eastwood of Davao is one, if you have watched Dirty Harry. Another is Charlie Mike, or CM, as abbreviations for City Mayor, or in the language of the Special Operations Group like Navy SEALs and Delta Force. CM, or Charlie Mike, means continue mission, because he is indeed a man of action. He is also known as Digong to Davao folks, and simply Rodi to those who know him up close and personal. Time magazine featured him as the Punisher. Punisher in a sense, because when she became a lawyer and later on the city prosecutor of the Davao City, and much more now, he sees to it that all violators are punished and put to jail, or if not to jail, somewhere down the road. He taught obedience to his constituents in Davao City, and more importantly, inspired compliant and law-abiding citizens in the whole country. With the present situation we have in the province of Bukidnon, particularly in regarding peace and order, we cannot find any other appropriate speaker to speak regarding the subject matter. Him being the mayor of the most peaceful and safety city in Southeast Asia. In the issue of federalism, he can comprehensively talk about also this subject, considering that he is the initiator of the Mindanao Council of Leaders, who is pushing for Philippine federalism. He is straight, tough, courageous. By the way, he is single. By his genuine affection, he made us laugh and of course cry, especially the criminals. Most of them cry, and sometimes I heard he made them cry personally. I believe he is the best friend of Eta Rosales, the Commissioner on Human Rights. But I deeply believe that if provoked, underline if provoked, that he will run and become the next President of the Republic of the Philippines. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome with warmth and sincerity the beloved and respected Mayor, our guest speaker, Honorable Rodrigo Roa Duterte.
Ayaw mo din ko ako, no? I get embarrassed really to do that. Governor Sobir, thank you for this occasion. Congressman Sobirne, Congressman Acosta, Congressman Roque, the host, City Mayor aning lugar, Mayor Verbas, mga konsihal, mga kiksunan ko, maayong Udto ka rin yung tanan. Ilatar na po gamay. Karang, let me spell out at this early. Dili ko kandidato o ka-presidente. Dili ko ganahan ma-presidente. O hantod karon wala ka na masulod sa akong ulo ng mga presidente ko. Because if I do that, mingon ang mga tao, kanis Duterte kampanya lang para maging presidente. Kaning akong kahapon na ito makatao masaksi kubit pakaron. Una na si Ruben Canoy o si Pimentel. Sila itong exponents ni Adto sa federalism o sa Cebu ang mga Osmanian. And as a matter of fact, if you go to Cebu, and in one of the flag raising ceremonies kung gusto ko maminaw, kanino ang Cebuano ang pugiro, naiilang ka waling ang bayang magiliw. Di ko na sing it in Tagalog. Mas kusod noon, kanta ng ilang pinisaya. Kaya ning atong Tagalog ay kindergarten pa hanggang pero. But you know, the strongest fervor of federalism niya sa Mindanao. Now, let me just go directly bago ang naipalimutto. Umaning, the BBM can really mean something good or bad, depende sa inyong tanaw. Kaning BBM, kung ihatag ninyo sa MILF, which used to be the rebel front, and if the BBM makalusot, it's gonna be a juridical person in one part of this republic. Karon, kung ihatag ni mo ang MILF, gusto ko magtagkapayapaan sa Mindanao, ihatag po ni mo ng Masuari. He's also a rebel, he's seeking peace, pero na iyang mga ginahanglan para niya, para sa iyang mga tao. The Muslim community of Mindanao. Kung ihatag din mo ng Misuari, you know, Misuari is used to be enemy to the state. Long time ago, President Arroyo flew to Ulo to talk about peace. And because of the good offices provided by Libya, Pagkadaro, Imelda Marcos went to Ulo, to Ulo at that time to talk to Misuari at nagsabot sila na magkita na sa Libya. Then in Libya, after that Zamboanga visit, na atay treaty because Imelda Marcos was clothed with sovereign powers by the husband of the president to sign a treaty known as the Tripoli Agreement. Now kami mga abogado will tell you now that even if Libya is a fractured country, and even if Gaddafi is already gone or has not gone at that time, the treaty when it was signed is still valid until now. There is an international which says treaties must be obeyed. Yan ang baraka ni Suarez. Kaya talagang mahirap. If you take Suarez out of the picture, to whom shall you negotiate with? To whom shall you deal with? Kasi mo kasama. There's no other figure in the horizon. Gusto ka, the younger ones, ako sa'yo. Yan ang mangyayari. Kasi military sila sabi ko. If you happen to go to a place and there is Suarez, do not tinker with the guy. Maybe if he will peacefully offer himself to surrender, okay po lang yan. But if not, do not, because we need him. There are enemies of our republic which needs to be alive so that there is somebody whom we can talk to. Karon pag binigay mo yan kay Suarez, itong BBM na to, although maybe other name, ang Cordillera region is a semi-autonomous region. Sigurado ako because at this time now, they are also agitating for a similar agreement, a most maybe pronounced autonomy just like BBM. Karon, kung nandoon nyo, hindi ko talagang matalihan. For after all, it's the recipe of the local, of the IPs, and the natives of the place. Yan ang nagsasaktan sa sitwasyon natin ngayon. Now, pag ininigay mo yan doon sa Cordillera, ang mga inungo, or hindi, why kami? Teka mo, saan posisyon mo sa Pikas? Pilipino na everything is equal, which is really a correct statement. For under the Constitution, although there are provisions governing how to deal with the IPs and the indigenous people and the minority in the Philippines, BBM does not fit. Because if you add it up, the Miswari Agreement, which we have to honor, the RMM, which you have to, it's the governing law now, and the BBM, if you put them together, side by side, it's going to be a very convoluted document. So, ito lang ng BBM kasi ang binibigyan ng importansya. Pag ibinigay ito to anybody, any group of persons, because of religion, because of the tribe, we are bound to give it all. For after all, before the Spaniards came to the Philippines, tap-tap lang tayo. Ang ganito lang nangyari kasi, water under the bridge yan. But this history, hiyatag din mo tanan, because under the Constitution, there is really a rule which says equality of the law. Remember that BBM is a law. It is not a thing that is attachable to the Constitution, because if it is, it will make it time himo. That is really would fall out ng tawag nilang class legislation. A legislation that favors or promotes one tribe because of religion, race, and tribe to the exclusion of all others. They are within. It's a law. So it's not the part of the Constitution. So it is a class legislation. Yan. Naku, ibigay mo yan, BBM. Ibigay mo talaga sa lahat. Now, the setup of the BBM is actually federal, carving out a new bodyguard. I don't know what's called it. Bangsamoro, maybe nation. Not necessarily new republic in nation. ihatag yun mo na sa tanan. And if that is to be the case, hugot ang Pilipinas kung di ni mo ihatag sa tanan. And kung ihatag ni mo sa tanan for all intents and purposes, it's gonna be federal. Because the sharing itself, 25-25, mauna yung favor, that is a law that favors a group of persons. Hindi mo mga sabihin, hindi mo maibigay sa Cordillera. Kasi paling-paling, akala mo ba Pilipino tayo? Kasi kung lagi ba, one, kudiskusun mo yun, hingi talaga nila. Now, pag hindi mo binigay dito, you deny it, kita. So maybe, I pray that it would pass Congress and the Supreme Court if there is a case brought before it. Gusto ko lang, kung makalusot itong BBM, at least we buy our time. We buy peace. Kasi sabi dito ni Murad and company that if there is no BBM, it's going to be a war. Ang problema kay Delis, but 5 reviews newspaper considered, sabi niya na there will be a bloody event in case BBM is fails to pass forever. Kasi ang inangit tagalan nila, the very same document that designed and agreed upon in a series of meetings for almost 2 years will be the controlling document, and it cannot be modified, it cannot be changed, it cannot be subject to amendments. Sabi ni Iqbal, yung mismong dokumento na pinirmahan naman sa harap ng mga representante ng gobyerno, yun ang musunod. Hindi kami tatanggap ng ibang document. Well, ako may isa ko. Baka hindi niya alam, nanay ng nanay ko Maranao. Ang anak ko, half of them, half of my grandchildren are Muslims. May anak ako ng mga Muslim. So, kind of just telling you, let us go fair. I do not want Christians to edge over the IPs and the minorities, mga Muslim. Dapat talaga tabla-tabla. Just what I'm doing in the world. Everybody is being presented. Yan ngayon ang problema. Kasi pagkagera, wala tayong ano. Alam mo, panahon ni Ramos, we will require almost every month to report sa Malacanang. The mga mayors will talk to you about your problem and the suggested solution. But if you bring out the problem, you must have the recommended resolution. Ganon si, kailangan mo solusyon na. Sir, ano po ganito kasi nandiyan sabi sa opisina nila. And he would call them. Pero kung masabi ka lang may problema pa, siling-siling dumating, titingin sa iyo, kung so kasi yung solusyon. Ganon yan. So you have to come up with your own solution to the problem. Dito, sad to say, I am not going to contest anything here because of that is really how Aquino wants to govern the country. Wala tayong magawa. His style of government. I do not know what Governor Soberin, the rest of the guys dito ngayon, if you were all itong Malacanang, ako since you want, din ako nakapunta. Ang inisin that, inisin sas. We do not talk of anything except to banda. Ang gusto lang ng Presidente Manawala ko, anong tanong ka sa mga military, pababa niya, ang hinanap niya si Art Yap. Ito si Bong kasi kamukha ni Art Yap ng Department of Agriculture. Ang congressman ngayon sa Bohol. After na. So if that is his time to activate, he does not call us. I was forced to call him last night. Kaya sabi ko nga, you know, the people are not only irritated by the government, some of them are despondents Kasi simple matter of, yung PTC, permit to carry. This country is a land of fire. Everybody has it. And for those legit people who like Victor to begin to protect themselves in areas where there is no effective control of government, hanggang ngayon wala. There is no chief police acting lang sa Espiritu. Sinabi ko kayo na kabagay. Pero hindi ko naman gusto. But remember, sinabi ko sa harap ng police, pero remember that we are government employees. Ano mang titulo mo kung nagtatrabaho tayo sa gobyerno and we work for the people. They pay us to do our work. And some of them, nagtatrabaho sa gobyerno, benefited tremendously, either legally or binulsa yung pera. Ganit talaga ang Pilipino. Can you tell the President, pardon my, napuputak na talaga. Pero putang ina, ano ginagawa ninyo sa bayan? Gusto ko na sabihin, gusto mo tumakbo ng Presidente. Kung gano'n ang style ninyo, sabi ko, ako naman, hindi ako kandidato. If I inject politics in this, mamawala ako ng hangin. People would suspect that launching your candidacy using the federalism. Yan. Pumunta lang ako dito kasi Pimentel, hangin sila. Road. Wala may high profile na now there is a Pilipinas government except you as mayor. Can you take the cudgels of federalism? Noon, it was a distant stuff to me. Because hindi ko pa kasi ma-reconcile ang equation that there is really a problem in Mindanao. And I said to them, guys, I do not know what you are thinking about, but nobody is minding the story of the problem of Mindanao. It is a very serious problem. Because Mindanao, Davao City, will be the battleground. Hindi ba nila alam yan? Simbahan ko, I'm not attributing it to anybody. I'm not saying that it was the work of the MIMN. That would not be fair. For after all, any person who has a right against government can disturb the peace anytime. Hindi ko naman kailangan ng army if I were a rebel now. The vote of the moment, the fact, is through exclusion. And you only need about 5-10 persons. Bigyan mo ng tatalong granada. And sabihin mo, at 2 o'clock tomorrow, this time, bitawan ito. Diyan sa maraming tao. Ganon ang rebellion niya. It is not really terrorism, it's war para sa kanila. Only this time, hindi mo kailangan ng maraming tao. We do not like that, do we? Alam mo, hindi naman, I will never agree. Mas mga administrasyon, taas, total war, putang ina ninyo. Alam ba ninyo kung ano ang war? Do you really realize kung saan ang gira? Have you experienced anxiety and horror? Kayo kasi wala kayo. Dito ang sagot na nyo. Dito ako lang nakikita ng mga tao na sumasabog yun. Kakarga ko ang bata na patay dyan sa simbahan. Kaya, I'm just trying to connect history. Historical ito, okay? I will connect Magellan to Pinoy. In 1521, lumanding ang mga Espanyol in the island called Limasaw and Leyte. He went down from the ship, planted the cross of Christianity. Then he raised the flag of Spain to pay for his trip. Yung pagador niya sa barko niya na 5 barko dumating dito from Mexico. Yun. But when I do not take issues with religion. For after all, religion ties our values in life which we never had or were not given by our parents and our teachers in school. Wala po. Ang problema na kasi noon, sinabi ni Magellan, part of history, colonialism, imperialism. I claim these islands in the name of the King of Spain, and I will call all the natives dito sa lugar na ito as Filipinos, being the subjects of King Philip, the Christian king. But in that singular statement, many centuries ago, or something like 6 centuries, by that statement, he created the first trouble or war. Because 100, they say it's 100, I think it's about 80. 80 years before Magellan landed in Leyte, Islam, the evangelism, from the Middle East down to Thailand, traveled to what is now Malaysia, to Indonesia, was nothing. At that time, Islam was already planted firmly in Mindanao. And so our brother Muslims would never say, tanungin mo yan sila. Biglain, sige, tanong yun. May makatapag ka. Pilipino ka. Isagot sa iyo, Muslim. Tanungin ka, ikaw, Maranao. Ikaw, Maguindanao. Ikaw, malaman mo kung Maranao. Dibri. Negosyante. Ito na bang mga tao sa tuporting lang sila dito? Yun ang nangyari. So one day, pag-isip natin, nandun na yung mga conquistadores, naglalakad na yung Guardia Civil. And for 400 years, we were subjugated. But the Muslims did not follow the Spaniards. Tayo lang ang mga almost all, because the space from Mindanao to Visayas at that time was malayo na yan. Yung sailboat, hangin lang ang power. But you know, ang Mindanao, convince na ito lupa nila, ito ang reliyon. Ang mga Bisaya kasi never had a good concept of God. May mga settlements noon, kasi Lakandula, ang kasi Lapu-Lapu was Muslim. I'd like to believe it. But really, wala masyadong tulit. Ang mga Bisaya noon, they could honor the mountains, the trees, and they could just look up to the skies or whatever is that they would consider the deity. Pagdating ng Espanyol, sinabi niya, ito yung mukha ng Diyos. Dito ka maniwala. And for the first time, kami yung mga Bisaya, dyan, nakakita namin ang mukha ni Jesucristo na sinasabi ng mga sundalo pati pare ang Diyos. Itong mga Bisaya, later on to the north and Bicol, yun ang napropagate. And because of the religious fervor, ang Kristyanismo kasi nakapako yung ating cross, Jesus, is always given to the side of forgiveness and compassion. At as we learn from day to day, may mga taong nag-rebel. For that, pinaka-importante sa nangyari ay si Rizal. But that was a symbol of dito. But Mindanao was still bloody. All that they could do, the Spaniards were building Fort Pilar to stop the inroads of other mga evangelists. And one day, lalakad na yung mga sundalo na yang lupa ninyo amin yan. Magtanim kayo because you'll give it to the friar. The best ang mga one. So the Filipinos were the tenants. So, yan lang. One day sabi natin, ano to? Iba na Mindanao sila, tayo ang mga Bisaya, Luzon, may bagong may-ari. Kanila daw itong ating lugar. Pangalan nito daw, Pilipinas, tayo, Pilipino. Ganun. Ang Bisaya, pati ang nakuha sa religious faith, when finally they embrace Christianity, they embrace as well the colonials of Spain and later on sa America. But when the Americans left, instead of leaving us a platform of government known as federalism, because that was the setup sa kanilang bayan, they only give us the unitary type of government. Ngayon, from the Spaniards to the Americans, 400 years now, this is the longest insurgency problem sa Mindanao. No, they would say that Kamlon, si Pandit, Mohorimintado, kaya nga raw, the Americans invented the boat. That was much earlier. Invented the 45 for the Moro Orientado para sigurado ang mamatay. Utang ina. Kung ikaw, kunin ang bayan, yung lulo ng lulo mo, the rest of their life, one day, di ba pala atin ito? May-ari ng pala. Ang ari ito ng Espanyol. Ngayon, it's history, but we are also facing the same problem. That is why ito yung BBN. You know, pag ibinigay mo doon sa MI at ibinigay mo kay Niswari, ibigay mo sa lahat yan because the setup that's being proposed there is actually federal, even in the sharing. The sharing, kunin mo yung iyo. And the MI is insisting on 75-25. You have to give that number also to every Filipino in this country because there must be an equality of laws. So you retain the governors of Europe, pati ako, 75. 25 na sa governo. Ganun ang federalism. Another aspect of federalism is yung konstitusyon, sinasabi kan kung ano ang powers ng federal government. Pag wala dyan, it belongs to the state sa mga local governments na. Ganun ang federalism. Ang federalism is ipadala natin ang share nila. Ang unitary type is ipadala mo lahat ng pera ipadala mo. Then it gets back to you in return. Ang tinatawag niya, IRA, Internal Revenue Allotment. But of course, the property tax belongs to the city, to the local government. But why? Because we have always been a poor relation of Manila. Estudyante pa ako, narinig ko yung Imperial Manila. Ang problema nito, binibigay natin yung pera sa kanila. That is why there are two officials in the province and city, one not appointed by the governor or the mayor, treasurer o auditor, para talaga sigurado pumunta yung pera, hindi check it out, papel lang naman yan. Is that really yung papel na pera? It's always paperwork. Pero ganon ang nangyari. Ganon ang nangyari. Ang problema, aside from territorial friction dito, Mindanao contributes something like 54% of the total export earnings of agricultural product. Banana, pineapple, copra, oil, mining. Tapos yan ang ibigay mo sa akin. I-budget 59% of the total of local government. 19% din ang gumawa. Yung kalaban ko sa politika, hindi mabigyan. Tawag yan. Tago tayo na. And yet, akong politiko, yung kalaban mo, yung mga tao mo walang malay-malay sa politics are denied of the benefits and distribution. Wala ibinigay sa politiko. Yan ang mahirap dito sa unitary. Ang isa pa talaga, ang hawak, ang importante kasi sa federal ang pera. Huwag na masyado yung ang pera. Kunti lang ang bumabalik dito sa atin. So pagka magiging kayo, kailangan liberal na yun, whatever. Kaya I'm not saying that. Alam ninyo yan. Everybody here knows that that is the type of politics in the Philippines. Okay lang hindi mamabigyan. Ayusin lang ng DPWH, total kanila may highways. Yung city roads mo, medyo hirap ka dyan. Barangay roads mo, hirap ka na pera. And you want to develop a place. And yet, yung big cake to, lahat ng pera padala sa National Treasury. Budget time comes, ito mga congressman, magawa ng budget. Basta yung lahat, the presidential executive budget. Ang problema doon, bigay. But hindi namin nagustuhan, hindi ko nagustuhan. I was a member of Congress in 1998 to year 2000. Yung hindi first set for 9 years, hindi ako matakbo. Pagka mayor, so I chose to be a representative of the city government. Then, the second set, after also 9 years, I could not run again. I asked my daughter, si Sarah, to run for mayor. Si Inday, nang nanumbak pa. Kaya, pag sinabi niya na ako single, totoo yan kasi naghiwalay kami sa asawa. Bakit ito? Single ako in the sense na meron akong kalibin na may daughter sa kanya. So, bali apat, dalawang lalaki, dalawang babae. Pero ako naman, dahil pinaanak ako, may tatlo, hindi pala tatlo kayo, nag-reconcile kayo isa sa husband niya. Dalawa na lang naiwan sa akin. May girlfriend ako, dalawa akong girlfriend. Totoo, hindi man kasi, single. Pero kung sabihin niyo baka pera para sabihin niyo ginagamit yung pera ng syudad para buhayin itong mga girlfriends natin. Ito sila, wala itong mga subdivisions na high-rise na mayaman o pundo. Itong dalawa ito, boarding house lang sila. Boarding house. Tama na yan. Kung special na trip, taxi. Taxi lang tayo. Ay baka sabihin ng ibang punta ito si Duterte Lechento, hipokrito. Ako, sinasabi ko ang mga kasalanan. Forever, I have been the mayor of Davao City for the past 22 years. I became mayor when I was only 43. Ngayon, 38 na ako. So yan ang story natin. We cannot solve this problem if we do not correct the historical injustice committed against the Muslims. They are the real people. Lahat tayo na Christian, automatic yan sa labas ka ng Mindanao. Lolo mo, pinakalulo mo sa lolo mo. Nagpuntahan tayo dito, if you are from outside of Mindanao, chances are Christian ka. Pero ito, there is no such thing as a native na Bisaya dito. Kasi ang dito, Maranao, Mindanao, Irano, Bisog tribe, tapos Sama, tapos Simong Padyaw, then there's Tausong, Randiyakas, and mga Di-Aites. Yun ang original dito. And then lahat tayo, we are the descendants of the immigrants from many places of Mindanao. Yung iba mga Tagalog, but the vote of the, kasi sabi ng Amerikano, vote of Mindanao because it is the land of province. Or actually, at that time, everybody was marginalized. Kasi lahat ng ako dito nasa pangalan ng ibang tao. Mostly Tagalogs because when they divided Mindanao into mga kadastral, ang mga tao napunta sa Bureau of Lands lang noong 1900, early or 1800 during the Commonwealth time. Yung mga taga-Maynila. So sila yung may hawak maka-apply ng mga titulo dito na malalaki or at least nabili nila. Yun ang dahilan. So we have this problem. Paano man natin ito? Wait ka lang. You know, sabi nga na iba, what the total what? If you've been, tanungin mo yung mga veterano. Yan sila Murad, Jabbar. You know, this is not a brief for a Muslim. Let me give you a pledge. I am Rodrigo Duterte. I am a Filipino. I love the Philippines, my country, because it is the land of my birth. It is the home of my people. All that I want for Mindanao, sabi ko naman pati ang pamilya ko at is just we want peace. Ngayon, pagdating ba yan, pagigera, sabi niya pagigera, tama, pagigera. Sino ngayon ang may hawak ng backup? What is the alternative? Pati si Dennis magsabi, pag walang BBM, gera. So, what can you offer to the Mindanaoans and to the Muslim? Pag you will be disappointed, magtagulo talaga. Sabi ni Dennis. At sabi ko ngayon, umiikot ako ng Pilipinas. I go directly to the local government because I cannot penetrate Congress. Nobody but knowing Congress would relish the idea of letting go of the powers and of the perks mainly doon. Hindi naman ito, mabukain ito. Mahirap kasi ito sa Manila. Tapos sila ng congressman. Ito atin, wala akong nasabi. Pero doon sa Manila, kasi yung Magnanako, mayroon sila budget, yung highway, 120 million. Ang masiguro mo dyan is, alam natin, 120 million na dalan. It's only good for 80, 70. Yung iba, city engineer, provincial engineer, kuha pa ang mayor, kuha pa ang mga kontraktor, kuha pa ang barangay captain mo pirma, padugaw pa ito ang mayor sa iyong bahay, kuwatan mo mga lolo. Wala tayo dito. Ito atin dito. Kaya kayo nakakasundo. Kasi ayaw natin yun. We do not want the plunder to continue. Let me ask you a question. Kung hindi na-discoveryhan, hindi nag-away si Dennis pati si Loy, what do you think will happen to this country? Sige. Kung hindi pumiyak si Loy, at yung mga congressman mo, itong mga manako ng hiwit, if they were there since 9 years ago because the kompleto nila ng first, second, third, magkano lahat ang nakuha nila. So, almost, alam mo, ang Pilipinas, mayaman. Ang problema, because of the sector, dito sa federal, tapos parliament, you cannot proceed with the papers without everybody knowing it. Because the Prime Minister, the head of government, is also a member of the Parliament. And there is always a session called question hour. Pag doon pa lang sa papel pa lang, sabihan na yan, may the Prime Minister kindly would submit a few questions from the representative of Mindanao. Doon ka sa wala ka hindi kami nakita ito. Diyan pa lang sa paperwork pa lang. Doon sa Congress, nag-i-imprint na kayan sa budget. Yung mga ikrado doon, tawagan na, bantayan mo ito kasi lalabas. Yung mga kontraktor, bahala ka na kasi ito may 200 million na. Hindi lahat. Ako naging congressman ko yun. But yan ang nakayawa sa sitwasyon na ito. Sabi nila Duterte, nagtango ng federal. Oh, really? You watch and see. Pag hindi, ito na. tinanan. Kaya ako, Governor, pagka sabi ng mga Maguindanao, Maranao, o sige, partner na tayo. If you look at the map of the Philippines, yun ang yung map. You are staring at the map. Your right hand is the east, your left hand is the west. Palawan, Pulo, Zamboanga, Pipino. Ano ang gawin ng Israel? You will do it afraid. So, how much is one bullet now of 816? Noong 120 panahon na Ramos. Ngayon sa about 200 plus isa. You waste our bullets killing your own people. You want what with your own people? Gusto mo punta tayo sa Spratly. Ano sa Spratly? Meron na tayo gusto natin. Ang in-check pa rin tayo mo. Isa pa yan. Ang nasiging panoon. Ako yung presidente, bandal mo siya. Ano niyo, alam mo nakadapaw na ang lolo ko, sabi ko lola ko, ang lolo ko Chinese, lam. Tagaroon talaga. Mabuti na lang patay na. Eh buhay pa siya, gano'n ang trabaho ng tadugo niyo. Utsakan ko na dito sa... You know, if they continue with it, continue to fuck with this island, sabi ko sa Amerika, I will divide Palawan into lengthwise. Dito sa Amerika, ibalik ninyo yung Clark Air Base nyo pati Subic, inyo na. There is a God. You just pay me $1,000 a month. Inyo na. Bigyan ko kayo ng 60 hours leave. Subic, inyo na. Kaganda na. But, kung mayroon tayo isang ang problema, pinasok nila because there was a high value, high profile. Sabi doon sa agreement, walang kasali yung mga kriminal. Correct. Pero bakit pumasok ka doon na hindi mo pinaalam because that is in the agreement? Pag pumasok ka sa bahay ko, you enter my place because there is a thief, one of the rooms, and you do not seek my permission or I have not given the consent, papasok ka, makbarilan ka na tayo. Ang sabi sila, ang MI at fault. I said, this is not a brief for the Muslim. Ang totoo, sila yung pumasok. Pinasok niya ang MI. Hindi naman na sinabi na nagpunin gawin na. Look what happened. And to illustrate tayo, para ipakita lang sa'yo, talagang tayo ang mali. We are fighting with each other in the national level. Investigation dito, investigation doon, lahat ng gusto makialam. Pati yung gusto maging mga senadora. Anak ka na. Kung legal yun, why are we now punishing each other? Legal mga sabi, it was a legitimate police action. Well, I'll accept that. But why are we now quarreling kung sino ang may kasalanan? Akala ko ba legit yan kasi police action? Bakit left and right? Alam mo sa mga pugok na yan, if I may lecture sa Manila, you do not investigate right away. It was a police failure. There was a board of inquiry. You should allow the board of inquiry to complete its investigation. And after that, may kopya naman na, then they would give you some questions to answer. Ganun lang, unang makilang, right the next day, nakambak ka. Pati si Dilima. Ano ginawa mo? Dilima, pupunta-punta doon sa tulay. May pagmahubuang. Hindi kasi nakakainis. Imbisitar ka doon. Ang official stand ni Presidente, police action legitimate. Nandito ka ngayon, mag-imbestiga ka. Sino ang hapan mo ang mali, ang inmate ng imay? Di po nakapulo dito. Bakit ang kami sisig? Kami ang pinasok. Tapos ngayon kami bakit ka maghanap ng mali dyan sa mga polis? Dahil lang sa korte po. Iba yun, that's a tactical error. It has nothing to do with legal and strategy of the military authorities. Kasi a failure to depart, to really prepare for it. Ang army pati pulis nag-aaway. Tapos si Purisima, wala na. Hugas sa mga. Yan ang mahirap. So, pumunta ka doon, hanap ka ng away. Gusto mo na talaga patayan. Or, saan ka maghanap ng mali? Sa Maymay, sa mga kapatid natin na Muslim. Bakit hanapan ng mali yan? Sila yung bugir na pinasok doon. Kaya ng human rights, isa pa. Kasi human rights got to do with baril-barilan. Legitimate man yun. Yung stand natin police action, dapat sumunod na lahat na yung ligat. Sabi legal, tayo-tayo nag-iimbestigahan. Yan. Pero may sabihin ako sa mga kapatid natin. Meron dyan sa BBM. Pag-usapan natin. Pag hindi pumasa, hindi pag-usap tayo. Dala-dala po federal. Because after all, yun yung hiningi ninyo. Kimiswari noong sinabi niya kay Cory, ma'am, federal na lang tayo. And we were talking about it, including the time of Ramos. Pinag-uusapan. It's not my, ito matagal na ito. Sila Ruben Kami pa, matagal na ito. Ito ang pinag-usapan noon amongst itong Mindanao conflict. Pumayag na sana sila federal. Ito ngayon sabihin ko, huwag muna kayo. There are things that we have to correct. We talk about federal. Kasi total, kung BBM, there is a provision there na I will object. Not because I do not trust Murad, not because I do not trust Jafar, not because I do not want to Wiswari to get hold of it. Ito sa BBL, yung autonomous army pati police. Hirap ka. Wala akong, I know that they are men of honor. But baka balang araw, 6 generations from now, kung wala na tayo, isang warlord, kung magamit siya na kunin niya ang teritoryo niya and they complete, delineate a fixed boundary and would proclaim independence, mahirap yan. Kasi autonomous armed tapos lateral from the commander himself, the chief of staff down, dapat isa lang tayo. If you want the assignment of all Muslim graduates of PMA, puro mauto, you can have it, but not a separate command. Di talaga ako papaya. Wala kasi akong masabi sa akin. Nanay ko, mga anak ko, it's not because I do not like to hold guns. For all I care, you can have the provincial regional commander. He must be a Muslim, period. Marami tayo mga Muslim mga anak ng outside. But to have an autonomous, organized armed forces, particularly, hindi ko talaga. It's not because you, it's not because me. It's because batang araw, kung may rapid dyan, tapos ang mentality factor, patay na. Disregard. I will, but all others, okay ako. Wala akong problem. Ako ay campaign for a BBM. Kasi ang ano niyan is, but whether you like it or you go to war, it's always a federal. Kaya bago kayo makalsa ng karmas, bigyan mo akong kunting panahon ng podcast sila. Kaya ito, ang federal, hindi ito itong presidente. Sabihin lang kasi ng iba na tumatakbo ako ng presidente. Ayaw, I do not want it. I do not want it. Pero itong federalism, magpili tayo ng kandidato, presidente, when he becomes the president, he must have the soul and the heart to embrace federalism. Kasi pag hindi siya papaya, hindi talaga lulusot yan. Pero naman kung hindi nabibigay sa atin, yung pera natin kinukuha, Manila, walang itanong ito. Kaya ayaw nila. Bottom siya. Sa may lagi tanong na to, lawan what? Bariwala na idagan, mga balay-balay. Wala na ba ka? Dito sa Mindanao, kung usap na tayo ng maganda, we are willing really to give it to you. Kaya sabi, nandito naman kasi kami. But to my brother Muslims, we cannot return to you all the things that you lost along these years. Kasi ang reality, kami, nanganak ako, may mga anak bakit tayo magpatayan? Bago kayo mag-usap mo na, ang card ko, itapon sa inyo, federalism. Actually, tayo lang ang humahawak sa solusyon. Hindi ang Maynila. We elect leaders. They sit there for 6 years. Yung iba na sa cabinet, they sometimes think that they are really rich and famous. They forgot that we in Mindanao are suffering. There's a looming dark clouds there ahead. But sino mag-uusap about this? Wala. Korupsyon ni ano dito. Sus Mariosep. Think of the implications, political implications. Kasi kung tamad-tamaran sila and they continue to ignore our prayers, we might as well join our brother Muslims and declare the independent Republic of Mindanao. Ganon ang mangyari ng katarataluhan. Mamili kayo. Either we separate. Ako sinabi ko kay Nor Miswari, early on, sabi ko, Nor, lalo na yung nagkudita-kudita na sila, sabi ko, putang ina ninyo. Gusto ninyo kayo-kayo na umili ng presidente niya, kami dito parang gamo. Sabi ko, hindi ako susunod sa inyo. You do that, ginawa ko si Nor. Sabi ko, Nor, proclaim the Republic. Si Nor ako sabi ko kay Nor, I can work under Miswari. Wala akong problema. But I told Miswari, there must be no oppression against the Christians or against the Muslims. Second is there must be equality for all. Third, everybody should be protected by government, whether or not Muslim siya o hindi. Pagka doon ang usapan, sabi ko kay Nor, kasi pag in-oppress mo yung Christians, ako yung nagsabi publicly that everything will be alright. Sino nang upo dyan? At if ang opposite is happening, I will be forced to declare war against you. So may rebelde ka naman sa kamay mo. Baligtad tayo ngayon. Kami na ang rebelde. We do not want that. I just want a peaceful Mindanao. And give us what is due us. And someday, ang problema is yung dala talaga. Pero pag ginusto ng presidensya, nangyari yan. No. I'll end by kasi gutom na kayo pa. Ang gusto na yan. Po is good. Binay is good. Chis Escudero is good. Alan Cayetano is good. Lahat yan sila good. Pero kung gusto sila maghanap na leader na very good, tumingin sila sa Mindanao kasi nandito yan sila. Diba? Hindi kailangan ako. Could be the former Congressman Subiri. It could be Governor here. Sabi ko, huwag na kayong magtingin sa amin. Doon na lang kayo sa Manila. Mamili kayo dyan. Pero pag wala na kayong makita, lumingin. Mahirap po siya. Take a look at Mindanao. Because there you find somebody. Pag ako ang nakita ninyo, katabi ni Governor Subiri, baka pag-isipan natin sa bahay. Ngayon, kung presidente ako, kailangan ko ng baon. Kasi gusto ko ito nandito na I can manage about 2-3 only now. Kailangan ko ng Pfizer company must help me. Kasi sila ang gumagawa ng Viagra. Nagbaon talaga ako ng maganda. Can kindly suggest a beautiful lady for me. No woman, no presidency. Bubuang ito. And I'd like to thank you for this time. I said it comes from the heart. I'm not using the federalism as a stage for the iba yun, iba. Pero sa tanong kayo sa akin, tinanong ako ni Governor sa akin, ano ba talaga sabi ko? Wala talaga. It has not entered my mind. And I have said before, I do not do it. Wala sa akin, malayo na sa akin. But you know, it's always God who gives us the destiny. Whatever happens, at least naisigaw natin ulit ang federalism. Kasi ganito yan, Eduardo, na hindi kami tanga sa Mindanao. Kayong mga politiko, you're elected for a certain period. Nagkakalat kayo dyan eh. Wala kayong utak, hindi kayo marunong mag-diskarte. You cannot even talk to them. Mahirap yan. Wala na. Do not force a hand into it. Otherwise, we might just decide to proclaim the republic. Either Muslim or we Christians, we do not have the monopoly of talent in this planet. Whatever there is brotherhood, there is equality, there is peace and no oppression. Go tayo for the federalism and even a separate republic of Mindanao. Maraming salamat.
Thank you so much, Mayor Rodrigo Duterte, for that very informative talk. At this point in time, we will have the open forum, but before we will start, may I request another brilliant lawyers to facilitate the open forum. One of them is my mentor and the PCL. Okay, I was just informed that we will have the open forum later. So because there are still other engagement, which is engagements of our guest speaker. So we will proceed to the closing message, which will be given by, once again, the father of our province, Honorable Jose Maria R. Zubiri Jr.
Langga, minyo ka na? Ako minyo ka na, dili ka na delikado sa akong migo. Sa atong leader ni Miss Mindanao, nga atong ituuhan o gisaligan, o gihimong leader sa kining atong anuban ni sa ingon adventurismo. Pero para kanako, lahi kini mga eksodo. Nalipay kong ako, ano din karon si Ruben Canoy. Ako sa pagpaka nato si Ruben Canoy. Ako sa tipitar ang kandidatong palanggang senador, si Nene Pimentel. Kung na malibat siya, kahit tungod, nagingon siya na inanak ko si Gobernador na luya, naging siya kayo. Pero kailangan pagpaka nato si Nene Pimentel. Mao kini silang haligi sa pagtukod sa kampanya sa federalismo din sa atong nasod sa nyatong miyagi yung naglabay ng mga Tinoy. Manggani kung ninyo na hinumduman, kita dinis Bukidnon sa balay-balay. Nagpatawag sa Dakog Summit sa Makini. Daghan yapon dikto, pero ulangan kita sa panahon daw murag wala patuman katong among tuyo. Nadunggan nato atong palangga mayor